All right, how we doing tonight? Hopefully everybody's having a good start to your week, a good Monday. We have got just a single break tonight. It's a half case of Bowman baseball. So there is a little information that we go over every night before we get started ripping into things. So hang on, that's where we're headed right now, is to take a look at some of that as soon as I get us on the right page, that is. See what a night off does? I get all out of order, don't I? All right, so feedback 100% automated, and that's done just so you never have to wait on me. Anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you are instantly going to get positive feedback in return. And then, of course, the second thing, there's a big thank you. I always appreciate you being here with me, bidding and breaking and chatting and hanging out with me, keeping me company. All right, this is what's coming up in the days ahead. One of these obviously is tonight, so like I should have taken that off there, but somehow I did not, which makes me believe I probably messed up the next page too. So hang on and let me fix that real quick, because that means, yeah, that's what I thought I did. I forgot to change the next page too, so hang on one second. See, a night off does not agree with me, because look at all the mess I've made of this in the meantime. Then it won't take me but a second, and we'll get it squared away here. I think it's just a spreadsheet thing, but I like for it to be correct when you see it. So that's what we're working on right now. Well, maybe I am. All right, now we got it. All right, let me fix that back, and we'll be right back at the spreadsheet here in a hot second. And it'll be right this time, or should be. Honestly, I stayed up too late because of Game of Thrones. And then I think that's just kind of got me all out of whack today. All right, so now we're back where we should be. So tomorrow night, we're opening Spectra Basketball and Prism Baseball. Spectra by the full case, Prism by the half. It'll be the start of a new case of Prism. On Wednesday, we have one single new release, and that would be Legacy Football. We will open a 12-box case on Wednesday night, and we're going to start at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. Veteran base cards do not ship to the teams in that break. Teams are going to get autograph cards, relics, numbered cards, inserts, parallels, but not veteran base. Thursday, a 5-box case of TriStar Game Day Greats autograph football jerseys, more Spectra basketball, and some Tier 1 baseball. Friday will be Legacy Football again, and Saturday will be Prism Baseball again. Now, that brings us to tonight, which is our Bowman Baseball. It is a 6-box half-case break, and I'm expecting to be able to get this on the way to you approximately Wednesday, okay? Now, that's always give or take a day, right? So if I can get it out tomorrow, I will. If something unexpected happens, it could slide to Thursday. Right now, I'm kind of thinking it's going to be Wednesday. It's going to be on the way to you. We don't have to worry about consolation cards here because every team's going to pull cards in this. There's a lot of cards in this break. So this, actually, I need to bring you back here one more time. I think we have an unpaid team. And if we do, we'll see if any of you want it and see if it's been paid. It has not, so that means the New York Yankees are actually going to be open in this break if someone wants them. And I'm going to tell you here in a second what the last bid amount was on it. I think it was in the 30s, but if you bear with me a second, I'll be able to tell you for sure. Meanwhile, I can put your spreadsheet back up now that I adjusted that. Yeah, it looks like it sold on eBay for $34. Of course, that person didn't pay for it, so if someone would like to pick it up tonight, just jump into chat and let me know that, please, because it's sitting there needing a home. Meantime, here's the rest of what you need to know. Of course, everything we're opening tonight is just the one break, but it ended tonight on eBay, which is Monday night, the 20th of May. And it is going to be a half case here of Bowman, and it's going to be the first half of a new case. So what that means to you is that I'm going to take all the boxes out, and we will number them all on the end and use random.org to figure out which ones we open tonight and which half of the case we'll open in our next break. So, all right. There we go. There is that. So has anybody jumped in here and wanting the Yankees Well, you know, if you want the Yankees in here, guys, Kyle, I mean, make me an offer. If it's a reasonable offer and nobody else wants it, then that's probably going to be fine. And if it's really kind of far off the mark, I'll just keep the team myself and hope for good luck. I mean, we can kind of go either way on it, so let me know. All right, Kirk, you said you want the Yankees? All right, awesome. Kirk, do you still have my email info? Or or my PayPal email info, I should say, or do you need me to type it in there for you? You might have it, Kirk. I can't remember if you do or not, but you probably do. Yeah, Ross, I think that Kirk's agreement to take it is probably a better offer than the 2 doll hairs that you offered. So I think that probably Kirk beats that offer there, Ross. All right, so just once again getting all the boxes out so that I can get these numbered, and then we're going to use random and figure out which 6 are open tonight versus which 6 are open in the next break. And Kirk, if you can just let me know if you need me to type in that you need me to type it in. All right, hang on. Let me do it real quick here. And once again, guys, this is not an email that I use for correspondence. In fact, I really very seldom check it. But it is an email I've had for a really long time, and it's tied to PayPal, and I just frankly never changed it. And there you go. So it is tied to a few little odds and ends. All right, and I will update the spreadsheet here in a second, Kirk, to also reflect that you are picking that up, and I got to go into eBay and cancel it out for the bidder who bought it and didn't bother to pay for it. Always so much fun when people don't pay for stuff, isn't it? So give me 1 second to get that done, and then we'll be good to go. Get this person canceled out of there. And, oh, crud. Well, all right, it tried to relist it, so, oh well, too late now. I'll have to remember to go in and cancel that later, though. And this is... All right, all that is now taken care of. We can head ourselves over to random.org. And this is really easy. I'm just going to be typing in 1 through 12. I will hit random 1 single time. The first 6 numbers that come up, we're going to open those corresponding 6 boxes. So it gives us 12, 7, 6, 4, 10, and 8. So 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12. 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12. All right. 4 and 6, 7 and 8, 10 and 12. All right, so there's our 6 boxes that we need for tonight. Give me 1 minute to get these others put back in their case, and we'll be getting started here. All right. So if you haven't opened Bowman before, we are looking for 1 autograph per box, and there's a whole lot of other stuff in here too. There's inserts, there are parallels, there are numbered cards, there's all kinds of stuff. As we go through the first box, I'll take a little bit of extra time to kind of point out what's what the first time we see it. Then as we go through our subsequent boxes, you'll kind of already know what we're looking for. We won't spend as much time talking about that kind of stuff, unless it happens, you know, to be numbered or something particularly special. CK Emmett fan, I don't believe I have the next break of this listed yet, honestly. I'm pretty sure that I don't have the next break of this listed. So It will probably be sometime next week, maybe about this time, Monday or Tuesday of next week, something like that. You said, Kyle, you said you've bid and fallen asleep, and you were glad that you were outbid because otherwise you wouldn't have been able to pay. Well, you know, that's probably happened to all of us at some point or another, right? Where we bid on a lot of things thinking we're not going to win much, and then you end up winning more than you expect, and you're like, uh-oh. Yeah, we've all had that happen probably. Thank goodness. That's why they have, you know, what is that? I forget what they call it. Excuse me, but it's like a PayPal credit kind of thing, right? Where you can, if you spend more than, I think it's more than, you can use it for anything, but if you spend more than $99, they will not charge you any interest for like 6 months. I forgot to change the focus. This is what happens when I take a night off. All my processes are like way out of order. Between taking a night off and having somebody not pay for something, I got us all jacked up. But now we should be good. We can look at it all up nice and close. So our first color of the night is a good one. I always like to see orange coming out because that means it's numbered to 25. And this is shimmer, of course, so it's an orange shimmer for the Cubbies for Nico, numbered to 25. Now, as I'm sure you know, we have both paper and chrome cards in here. My paper's trying to stick together tonight. And we'll have lots of inserts, and all of our inserts are going to be chrome rather than paper. And most of them, the entire insert series refracts, like this one, Rookie of the Year favorites. They're all going to be refractors, but they're not numbered. If we do see one that's numbered, I will jump in there and let you know, hey, that's a numbered one. But otherwise, when you see it, just know that it's going to be chrome, and it is not a refractor. Or, I mean, it's not numbered. It is a refractor, not numbered for the inserts. And our first autograph comes out with a little speckle here for the Texas Rangers. And what is that numbered to? Is that numbered? No, speckle's not numbered in here. Jonathan Hernandez. They don't come out super often, so even though they're not numbered, you are going to get pretty good money for those, generally speaking. So always good to see an insert come out with a pattern on it like speckle. Another insert series, sorry, top 100 whole series refracts. They will all be chrome. They will not be numbered unless I give you a heads up otherwise. Oh, Kyle, you were saying no, it would be that you wouldn't have been able to pay because you were asleep. I got you. I got you. And Ross says you need an Eloy autograph to come up. All right, we'll try to get that for your White Sox. We'll do our best. Talent Pipeline, again, entire insert series is going to be a refractor. I kind of wish they didn't make all the inserts refractors, because then the ones that did refract would be a little more special, but, you know, what are you going to do? They don't listen to us. I guess they do pretty well not listening to us, though, right? There's always more demand than supply for Topps baseball cards, so I suppose they don't really have to care about our input a whole lot, do they? I do happen to like this. This is the anniversary parallel, and while these also, the entire card set refracts, I happen to really like this particular card set. It's just a nice, clean-looking card, I think. Brendan McKay for the Tampa Bay Rays on that one. They do have a signature on them, but guys, those are facsimile signatures that are printed on there. Those are not actually signed by the player. And I know you're like, haha, we know that. But listen, I've had people before where I haven't said that, and then they don't realize that, and when they get it, then they're like super upset that it's not an actual autograph. So I've just kind of learned it's best to, you know, share. It's better just to say it than not. Shug is asking if anybody has had any luck finding a mega box at Target. I haven't looked for a mega box at Target myself, so I don't know about that. Anybody else? Oh, you said this was numbered on the front. Did I miss it? Yeah, I did. It's up there in the corner. Sorry, to 299. Sorry. Yes, I suppose it's between the night off and the late night. I'm not doing well today, am I? Lack of sleep is not my friend at the moment. But yeah, guys, anytime you see something that I didn't catch when we go through, you are always welcome to throw it up there in chat and let us know. I'm happy to go back and take another look at it like we did on that one. The Miami Marlins, that is blue shimmer, and it is numbered to 150. Anytime we see blue, it's going to be to 150. That color blue, I should say. There's blue paper that's like a lighter blue that are to 499, but when you see that royal blue, that's what it's going to look like. Speaking of, this is paper to 499. Newman for the Pirates. You know, I still haven't gone back and called Topps about that missing box. I've got to do that too. It was really strange. We opened a case of this, I guess about a week ago, and when I first opened the case, there was, it was missing a box. It was factory sealed, hadn't been resealed, came directly from a distributor, not like I bought it from a secondary source or anything. We open it up, there's only 11 boxes in it instead of 12. Ross says if we catch him at Target, put a bullseye on his back. Well, that's the symbol for Target, so you would fit right in, right? So these are Bowman Sterling continuity cards, and this particular one happens to be for the Yankees with Estevan Florial. We're going to find roughly one per box on that. Of course, Bowman Sterling, everybody probably knows by now, is coming back to hobby this year after having been retail only for a while. We're going to have it in hobby, and apparently they're not making, either they're not making very much of it, or my distributors just aren't giving out very much of it, because my allocations have been terrible. Ready for the show, that was Jordan Alvarez. And the Astros, that is another insert set where the whole thing is going to refract all the way through. Red Sox, that was Mookie Betts on the anniversary parallel. After we finish this case of Bowman, I believe we're going to switch to the format where veteran base, or maybe paper base. We'll probably switch to the format where paper base will not ship to teams and will have its own bidding category, and we'll just be shipping out chrome and autographs and numbered cards. We'll probably, we got one half of this case left, which we'll do roughly this time next week, give or take a day. And then all of our cases beyond that, which there are another 4 or 5 to go, we're going to start switching into, I think, the jumbo. And we will also probably switch to paper base, not shipping. But for now, for this half and the next half of this case, all the cards are going to ship to the teams. So you always want to make sure that you read the listing description, just in case, you know, sometimes it does change. So Atomic Refractors, again, these fall roughly one per box, and that one's for my Cincinnati Reds. Yay. Hey, that's the only thing we can win, right? We can maybe win at a card break. Oh, no, my Reds, every once in a while we pull off something good, but just as often we don't, sadly. Such is the life of a Reds fan. Ross, you're going to tell your buddy that the Mookie Betts autograph is real. Listen, I know you all laugh at me for pointing out that those are facsimile autographs that are printed on there, but I swear to you, I have had people in the past say they thought they were real autographs, and then it causes a problem when it's not an actual autograph. It's not as though I print the cards myself, but you would be surprised what people think I should be responsible for. Like if they don't get a hit, like I control what comes out of the box. It's very interesting, some people's perspectives. So I just think it's always better to point it out as you go along. That's all I'm saying. If you do this long enough, I think we probably hear just about anything you can imagine. Alex Kirilloff for the Twins. Of course, every time I say that, then some other completely unique circumstance will come up, and I'll think, man, never thought of that. But somebody always does. In fact, I've got somebody today. Had an order almost a month ago. It's like been delivered for about a month even. Got all their cards, had no problems, left positive feedback for everything. Kyle Tucker on the anniversary for the Astros. And then today opened a case on PayPal and said that they aren't the ones who made the transaction. So it's like they bought it. I shipped it to their address. They received it. They left positive feedback for it. And now they say, tell their credit card that, oh no, I didn't, that's an unauthorized purchase. Yeah, what the heck? Talent pipeline. So yeah, sometimes people do things that are unexpected. Oh, you've got a buddy who has one of those who thinks the autograph is real. Well, I mean, you know, it just, I guess it does in many ways look like it's legit as opposed to being printed on there. I guess it just depends on maybe somebody hasn't been collecting as long or not as familiar maybe. I could see that, I guess. For the Oakland A's, Jesus Luzardo. Finally, we have a chrome refractor. Those are numbered to 499. This one is the Angels with Brandon Marsh. I was beginning to think we weren't going to find one. Of course, we've got a long ways to go, but still, doesn't seem like we've been hitting a lot of numbers so far. For the A's, that's to 150. Jesus Luzardo again. That one is paper. So paper blue to 150. Did you hear my neighbor go by on his motorcycle? It's really loud. Shohei Ohtani is our Bowman Sterling continuity card for the Angels. Yeah, you said Ross said it must have been a bad break. No, actually, he had some pretty good stuff in there, as a matter of fact. So I don't really understand what the deal is with all of that, but we'll figure it out, I guess. I mean, PayPal has the tracking, and it's, you know, it was delivered, and you can look and see that he left the feedback and all that. So I don't think you would, like, if someone stole your credit card, would they still have it shipped to you? I don't think so. Like, I think they would have it shipped to themselves. So that's just my personal opinion. Wouldn't do you much good to steal somebody's credit card and buy a bunch of stuff and then ship it to the person whose number you stole, right? That make any sense. I don't know. I'm hoping it's, you know, he just something that he just didn't recognize on his PayPal or something, or on his credit card statement. Because sometimes it will list it weird. You know, PayPal will list it as like part of somebody's eBay user ID or something, and then you look at it and think, what is that? It takes you a minute to remember it, so I'm hoping that's all it is, but we'll find out, I'm sure. Meanwhile, we are headed just a week away from Memorial Day, which seems crazy that we are already that far into the baseball season. But we are. We're playing right along. Well, yeah, I mean, maybe it could have been a kid that got a hold of it, but then again, why would the kid not, I mean, you know, is the kid in there leaving feedback too? Maybe, I don't know. And also, if you're a parent and you don't pay for what your kid did, that's like not very cool. You just tell the person, oh, well, too bad. Casey Mize and the Detroit Tigers Atomic Refractor. Doesn't seem like that would be setting a very good example, but I don't know. That's just me, I guess. Ross is now chanting for his Eloy. He's trying, we're trying really hard to conjure up some mojo here for Eloy and your White Sox and see if we can't make something happen, hopefully. Still looking for our autograph out of this box as well, by the by. Atomic Refractor, Ronnie Mauricio. That is for the Mets, and it is on the top 100 card set, numbered to 150. Oh, Ross, you don't like Casey Mize? Yeah, our former #1 overall draft pick. We gotta hope he does well, but you never know. Oh, guess who finally hit their first home run in AAA today? Christian Stewart, Rookie of the Year contenders. Tim Tebow, right? Like, I keep thinking he's just going to give up, but he doesn't. He keeps hanging around there in the Mets organization, and he has managed to work his way up to AAA, where he had not been doing very well this year, that Chrome. But he did finally hit at least a home run. All right, here's our autograph. It held out to almost the bitter end. It is for the Kansas City Royals with Brewer Hicklin. We got close to the end of the line before it appeared. All right, that is box number 2 in the books. Let's see what we got in box number 3 of 6. Oh, Ross, you think you got some bad mojo over there? Well, hopefully not. Hopefully it's not going to be that way. I always like Bowman. I like the prospecting part of baseball. I wish that there was a way to adequately do that in football and basketball too, but there really isn't. It's my favorite part of baseball is the prospecting. As far as collecting, I mean, not necessarily. My favorite part of baseball is not necessarily watching the minor leagues. I prefer to watch the majors, but saying from a collecting standpoint, I like that. Kirk, you need a little Vlad Jr. Find you a little baby Vlad Guerrero. I think I see some color here, so let's just start with this side. Work our way down to it. It's for the Pirates, Ke'Bryan Hayes. And this aqua sort of color is numbered to 125. I thought maybe that new football league that they started would, I mean, the intent of that was to make it kind of like a farm system for the NFL, but they didn't even manage to get through their first season, for gosh sakes. They folded with like 2 or 3 games left to go in the season, so that didn't work real well. Jacob deGrom and the Mets. And they had a really good idea for that, too. I mean, that whole thing was set up with the idea that you would be able to wager on all kinds of prop bets, like, throughout the game. And I think if they had been able to stick with it and actually get that launched and the prop bet part of it and give it time to build, I think they could have probably kept it sustainable with the revenue from that. But I don't know. They just blew it. To 499, the Tampa Bay Rays with Brendan McKay. I like that kid. Of course, they've got another football league they're going to be trying with anyway. It wasn't just this one. They periodically do this, seems like, doesn't it? Every few years, somebody will come up with another football league, and they're always the one that's going to make it, and then 2 or 3 will spring up all at once, and then they'll all die out in about 3 months. And that is the Minnesota Twins talent pipeline. Ross, you're asking about Michael Kopech. I mean, he's out with Tommy John this year, so, you know, you're not going to see him pitch again for a while, and that's always going to stall out a card value. So it's kind of hard to say, see what he looks like when he comes back, but my personal opinion is, I mean, it's not going to be one you're going to buy a house with or anything, but you might, depending on what you have and how he looks when he comes back, then maybe might make a little money on it. It's always the sleepers, I think, that tend to do the best. It's the ones that like sneak in there, but the problem is we don't keep them, right? Like if we pull these guys and we think they're kind of marginal, we're like, I'm not sure about that guy, then we just kind of dump them. We don't necessarily always keep them, and then the next thing you know, 3 or 4 years later, some guy comes up and you're thinking, oh man, I dumped that card for 1/10 of its value. Truthfully, I need to go through a lot of mine. I don't even know half of what I have. Bowman-wise, I know I have some stuff I need to send off to get graded. That much I do know. Which I've been delaying because they've been so backed up. I mean, they're more caught up now than they were certainly last year, but still, turnaround time is just low and slow, I mean. And so I haven't wanted to send off a lot of stuff, but I need to. And there's Jose Altuve for the Astros. I did not have a chance to read the article, but I saw a headline that apparently the Yankees plane broke down. So like the headline was basically that like even the Yankees plane is now on the disabled list. I mean, what do they have? Like 10, 12 guys out right now, the Yankees. And then apparently, I don't know what happened, but something happened to their plane. And so they had to drive on buses like 4.5 or 5 hours for the series to play Baltimore. So I think they're all pretty ticked. But that just goes to show they don't remember those. They do not look back fondly on those days in the minors where you didn't fly around in planes, right? You took buses everywhere and slept 10 guys to a house, probably. Those minor leaguers don't make much money. Of course, some of them have nice signing bonuses. The White Sox, there's Nick Madrigal coming out with a little atomic refractor. And here comes our autograph hit. It is a Toronto Blue Jay, but Kirk, it's not the one you want. And you have a refractor for Chad Spanberger to 499 for the Toronto Blue Jays. So I know it's not Baby Vlad, but at least you're not going home empty-handed for the Blue Jays. Something to be said for that, right? Todd, you are asking, did you miss any Mets hits? I don't think we have had anything significant for the Mets. Now, I don't always remember the numbered stuff in the inserts, but we haven't had anything super significant, I don't believe, for the Mets. But, you know, we'll recap it at the end as well. So, the Blue Jays. How about a little orange paper to 25? Sean Reed Foley. And that's for my Cincinnati Reds with Hunter Green. Another, gosh, guys, sorry, that tried to jump right out of my hands. We're going to look at that separately. It didn't get out of my hands, but still, it did take a little trip on its own, so we'll take a look at it here. I believe he's no worse for the wear there. It's a base for Melendez and the Royals, but nonetheless, if they go a little outside the norm, I do like to stop and make sure they're okay, even if they're base. Hi, Jai Large. You were asking if the Rangers hit something. Didn't the Rangers hit earlier, guys? I think the Rangers might have an autograph or a numbered card or something, but to tell you the truth, I can't remember what it is. I think so. I wouldn't swear to it, but I think so. But again, we'll recap it at the end. All right. The Blue Jays again. Wow. Look at that. This is Gold Shimmer. It's numbered to 50 with Kevin Smith. The Blue Jays have had 3 hits out in a row. An autograph and a couple of nice low-numbered parallels. Jonathan India, Bowman Sterling continuity for my Cincinnati Reds. All right, that is box 3 of 6, so we're at the halfway point of this half case. Yeah, I guess that's true, Ross. He says everybody else on the Blue Jays, I'm paraphrasing, but basically everybody else on Toronto's team is the redheaded stepchild next to Vlad Guerrero Jr. in terms of card desirability. Oh, no, Ross, the guy didn't have any problem with his cards. That's what I said earlier. He got everything. He was fine with everything, left positive feedback for everything. That's not why he had any issues. So I honestly think he's just gotten it confused. It probably showed up weird on his credit card statement. Hopefully that's all it is. Numbered to 250. There's Victor Mesa Jr., Miami Marlins. The little purple chrome tonight. Victor Mesa's a nice one to hit. Some more orange. This one's headed to the Pirates with Cabrian Hayes, numbered to 25. couple of orange out so far. Not too shabby. Our Bowman Sterling Continuity coming up next. For the Phillies, Alec. So yeah, I don't know. Some of these products, I just wish they had fewer cards in them that were base cards, honestly. Like, I kind of wish in Bowman that it was all Bowman Chrome. Is that a sin, sort of, to say that? It probably kind of is, but I like the Chrome so much better. I really do. That's why I love, well, okay, who doesn't love Bowman Chrome? Let's start with that. But the way they package the jumbos in Bowman Chrome versus regular Bowman, how can you not love that better? It's all hits. Makes me so happy. I do know, though, there are people out there that are set builders and you like to have all the base cards, but I was never one of those people. Jo Adell, Angels. Even from a collecting standpoint, like, I just don't want a lot of base cards. Maybe because I run out of room to store them. That's probably my problem. But Bowman Chrome, every year, like, I order a million cases of the jumbos. Because, right, who wouldn't want to open that? It's all hits. And then they won't let you have it, right? They make you buy, like, 4 cases of the regular Bowman Chrome to get 1 case of the jumbo or something like that. Something crazy. They try to tell you they don't have any more, but really they do. Because the day it comes out, it all gets, they magically have more at twice the price. For the Pirates, Mitch Keller. But of course, we won't be seeing Bowman Chrome until the fall. But we'll have Sterling, Bowman Sterling, and I'm sure some other stuff. I haven't seen anything about Bowman High Tech again this year, but I'm assuming we'll probably have Bowman High Tech and some other odds and ends between now and then. Shug, you need a Pirates with an autograph on it. All right, well, let's try to work the mojo and find you an autograph with the Pirates. Meanwhile, here's another Sean Reed Foley. Dang, Toronto. This one's the 250 purple paper. Trying to get Eloy. All right, man, I'm still working the mojo for you, Eloy Ross. Trying very hard to conjure up some of your all's mojo requests. Sometimes, though, it's hard. The mojo doesn't always want to cooperate. Some nights it does, though. It's amazing. Somebody will type in, "Oh, I would like to hit blah blah blah," whatever it is, and then like the next hit you see will be that. It's always amazed me when that happens. I think they should go play the lottery on nights when that works out. Nick Senzel for my Cincinnati Reds on the anniversary parallel. I sort out the chrome and the paper as I go. I'm sure you've noticed that. That is because a lot of times I don't ship the paper. The paper will have its own bidding category. So just out of habit, that's the way I do it as we look through them. Even though in this case it does all ship tonight. But I know you probably are like, why do you make 2 different piles? Well, that's why. Always keep the chrome separate. Todd, you said, did you hit the autograph on what? In which box? Oh, the box that we're in? Not yet. 1, 2, 3. No, not yet. Right? Because this is box 4. Yeah, so no, we haven't seen it yet. Stop and think about that myself. I was too busy thinking about, oh, I'm trying to find an Eloy, you know. I wasn't even thinking about what's come out, but no, we haven't seen it yet. For the Red Sox, an Atomic Refractor. So it should actually be showing up about any time. Well, I don't literally have the Cincinnati Reds in this box. No, just the Cincinnati Reds is the team that I cheer for. Obviously, I don't have any teams in the break. I just am doing the break, and I just said my Cincinnati Reds because that's who that's my team. Estevan Florial to 499 for the Yankees. I know it's rare to meet a Reds fan because it's hard to be a Reds fan, but nonetheless. Here's our autograph. Tampa Bay Rays. It is purple chrome to 250 with Tommy Romero. So once again, 2 boxes in a row. Our autograph holds out to nearly the end of the box. All right, we are headed into box 5 of 6, coming out of the plastic right now. Yeah, I keep thinking one of these days my Reds are going to turn the corner, but I really don't think we are unless we get new owners. They just don't spend money, and then they make bad decisions when they do spend money. And I don't know. I think they keep players that they like, and they don't necessarily try to keep players that aren't their favorites, and then that shouldn't have anything to do with it. There should be lots of other factors besides just whether or not they like the guy. And I'm sure that there are, but yet it kind of seems that way, doesn't it? I don't know. They do some weird stuff in that Reds front office. I would like to see us get some new owners, but don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Meanwhile, the Baltimore Orioles have themselves an autograph coming out early in box number 5. You have Ryan McKenna. The Phillies, Sanchez. Yeah, I keep waiting for Bryce Harper to get in gear over there at Philadelphia. He doesn't seem like he's really kind of totally gotten on track this season, does it? Is it just me? I don't know. Seems to me like he's not entirely. Like if I spent that much money for him, I would want more. But ditto with Manny Machado. I mean, I thought he was going to come in and make more of an immediate impact in San Diego than he's made too. So there you go. Shows you what I know. And this one is for the Cardinals. It is numbered to 250. It is purple chrome. I started to say for Arizona. That would be football Cardinals. We're talking baseball Cardinals. So St. Louis hit that one. Shug says, isn't that Ohio sports in general? Yeah, maybe. I mean, I'm not... that's the only Ohio team that I'm really a fan of is the Reds. So, I mean, obviously I keep up with the Browns and the Cavs, but I gotta tell you, I think the Browns are going to be pretty good. Of course, I thought the Browns were going to be pretty good this last year too, and they did end up being, I think, pretty, decent, especially compared to where they had been the prior 2 years. I look for the Browns to actually be good this year. They, on paper anyway, they should be really competitive. And I think the question is Freddie Kitchens. That's the big question mark there with the Browns. And what's he going to be like as a head coach, and how is all that going to transpire? But I think they may be on the way to respectability. Now, meanwhile, the Cavaliers will. I don't know what the Cavaliers are ever going to do. St. Louis Cardinals, Nolan Gorman with 30th anniversary. At least LeBron came back and they got a championship. So there's that. But they in general have a hard time. Rockies, Brendan Rodgers. But that's, I think, partially just, again, their front office, you know. The ownership there needs to kind of get a grip on a few things. Kyle, you said that the Indians and the Braves are feeling pretty cold in this break. We need to try to get them geared up for you. To 150, that is blue paper for the Mets, Ronnie Mauricio. Well, we will have to try to find you some Indians and some Braves and see if we can't get your mojo heated up. We still got Eloy hanging out there and Vlad Guerrero Jr. request hanging out there. So a lot of mojo requests in the air that we haven't been able to deliver on so far. But we're going to keep trying. Kyle, you think the Browns could easily make the playoffs? I do too. I mean, and they play in the division, of course, with my Steelers. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, to see the Browns win the division. Again, based on paper, with what we know at this point in time. I still think Freddie Kitchens is the wild card there. Ross is like, man, where are all the White Sox? I know, it's harder in these breaks where there's just one autograph per box. You know, it's harder, obviously, to make your rent, so to speak, on some of these products. But then again, that's why some of them they hold their value well. That's probably part of the reason there's not millions of them floating around out there. To 499, we have a little chrome refractor for the Royals with MJ Melendez. I tell you what we have been hitting, though, are mystery redemptions for Eloy. Not in here, obviously, but in Tier 1, and what else did we hit something in recently? We've been hitting mystery redemptions better than maybe normal. Of course, Eloy's B and Vlad Guerrero Jr.'s A. Vlad was just announced a couple weeks ago. Eloy was announced last month. Bowman Sterling continuity for the Rangers, Julio Pablo Martinez. Yeah, there have been a lot of Blue Jays in here. A surprising swing towards Blue Jays, as a matter of fact, more so than one would normally expect. Not necessarily, I mean, obviously not all with the autographs, but counting the parallels, the numbered things as well. Texas Rangers. Atomic refractor for Julio Pablo Martinez. It's like a pattern, isn't it? You hit them once and then you turn around and hit something else for them in the same vicinity, out of the same box. Paper to 499, Josh James for the Houston Astros. All right, we're headed into the last box, kids. It is last box mojo time. This is where we've got to try to bring the fire, bring the heat. Trying to get it all to come together here for a few of you who haven't gotten what you're looking for yet. No, Ross, I'm saying, I'm not trying to tease you, man. I'm saying that you can, if you have not been looking at some of those products, that might be a good way for you to get an Eloy autograph, is out of the mystery redemptions that are coming out of some things, because they're coming out in a semi-regular pattern. And you might be able to, in other words, buy into some of those breaks at a pretty reasonable cost, and you hit that mystery redemption, and boom, there you go. That's what I meant. Hey, we're going to see our autograph out early out of the last box, too, and it's gold, and I don't want to hear any more complaining out of you either after this. It's not Eloy, but it is your White Sox, and it's Steele Walker, one of my favorite names for prospects, and it's gold to 50. So there you go. Your White Sox did not get shut out. It's not Eloy, but listen, it's gold, and it's White Sox, and that should be something, right? That's right. So can't be giving me any more grief about no White Sox in the break, because there it was sitting for you in that last box. And uh-oh, look at that. Well, it's the 30th anniversary parallel for Eloy. See there, Ross? You gave up too soon, man. Gave up too soon. Always got to hang in to the very bitter end. We have some orange paper coming up for the San Francisco Giants. And that would be one Joey Bart. I love me some Joey Bart. I think that's a quite nice hit. To 25 for San Francisco. Now, see, our last box is gonna be all right for us, I think. Last box mojo's gonna deliver a few nice things, keep us happy. Some of us, I guess, happy. It may not keep everybody happy, but the mojo is trying. It's trying so hard to make it all good. All right, this is Bowman Sterling Continuity, Yordan Alvarez, Astros. I see a shimmer coming. Aqua Shimmer to 125, San Diego Padres, Reggie Lawson. Oh, yeah, Joey Bart is pretty good. I mean, he was the #2 overall draft pick. Well, first of all, I love catchers. Let me just state that up front. I don't know why. That's always been my favorite position. And in baseball, I love catchers. And Johnny Bench is one of my 2 all-time favorite players. The other's Hank Aaron. He's not a catcher, but anyway. And I love Joey Bart. I think Joey Bart's going to be awesome. And yes, I do think that to 25 was quite a nice hit for the Giants. You know who else I like for the Giants is pitcher Sean Jelly. But he's got a ways to go. But I think he's got good potential. Was drafted last year. Can't remember what round, though. Medina and the Phillies. Atomic Refractor. But I have a hard time buying the Giants, looking for my Sean Jelly cards, because, you know, price is reflective of the fact that everybody's chasing Joey Bart. So I might have to just give up and buy some of his cards, but I always hate to do that. It's not as much fun for me. And I know I probably spend a lot more money trying to hit them in breaks. I get that. But it's so much more satisfying to hit it in a break than it is, or for me to, you know, buy a box, pull it myself out of a personal box, or hit it in somebody else's break. I would rather, this is going to sound stupid, but I would almost rather spend more money and get it that way than to just buy the card outright, because it's just not as much fun to me. I know. It's not. It does not make good economic sense. I get it, but I'm just telling you how it is. Telling you how it rolls around here. Well, the Steel Walker card is definitely a good card, and that's why I said that Ross shouldn't be giving me any more grief about not hitting anything for him. That's what I said. It's a nice one. Now, I would not have said $400. That's what you have in there, that it's a $400 card. I wouldn't have said $400. Honestly, I would have thought that Steel Walker to $50. I would have said maybe a couple hundred. So I would have been off on that. Yeah, we haven't seen any Bo Bichette in here tonight, have we? Yeah, I don't know. Bo didn't make an appearance for us in any meaningful way anyway. Nor has Vlad Jr. unless we get lucky and find something numbered. Ooh, we're going to have some Rockies numbered, and it's going to be another orange. Done quite well tonight with our orange. This is, what, the third or fourth orange, I think. And this is on the 30th anniversary parallel, no less, numbered to 25 for Brendan Rodgers and the Colorado Rockies. I like that. Of course, I feel like we've been waiting 7,000 years for Brendan Rodgers. Hasn't really been, but what, 4? But it seems like it's been a lot longer, doesn't it? Some of these guys feels like it takes them a lifetime to make their way up through the ranks. Other guys maybe come up a little too soon. I'm talking about you, Dansby Swanson. All right, we're closing in on it. One little stack left. Shug, you said you pulled a green shimmer Wander Franco from a blaster. Oh, that's nice. Oh, and your fiance gave it to you as a gift? Oh, even better. Hey, look, there is Bo Bichette. Conjured him up. How about that? On a 30th anniversary parallel, but still. Talk about him and boom, he shows up. Yeah, somewhere around here, I think I have some Bo Bichette autographs of my own that I need to locate, find out what they're numbered to and all that kind of stuff. Alrighty, we are going to recap some stuff, and after we recap, we'll put up spreadsheet info again that has shipping information, etc. for those of you who might have missed it earlier. All right, so we're going to look through a couple of different things. I set aside our atomic refractors typically in our Bowman Sterling continuity simply because they don't come out in any, extreme quantity. They're usually about 1 per box. So even though they are not numbered, I do typically set them aside so you can see them in the recap for that reason. Oh, yeah, I forgot you had that too. You have the Madrigal atomic refractor, which I had forgotten about for your White Sox. I mean, I know that's not super exciting, but I just had forgotten it was in there. Number to 25, we have an orange chrome Brendan Rodgers on our anniversary parallel. For the Padres, Lawson Aqua Shimmer to 125. There's that nice looking Joey Bart card. Numbered to 25, it is orange paper. Blue paper to $4.99, James and the Astros. Kansas City Royals, MJ Melendez, refractor to $4.99. Blue paper to $150 for the Mets, Mauricio. Purple chrome to $250 for the St. Louis Cardinals. Blue paper to $499 for the New York Yankees. Purple paper to $250, Toronto Blue Jays. Orange Pirates to $25, chrome Ke'Bryan Hayes. Chrome purple to $250, Victor Mesa, Marlins. Gold shimmer, that is out, not numbered to 50, but it's out for the Blue Jays again, Kevin Smith. And then we have some orange paper for the Blue Jays with Sean Reed Foley. Blue paper to $4.99, Brendan McKay and the Tampa Bay Rays. This is numbered to 125, Brian Hayes again for the Pirates Aqua. And this is an Atomic Refractor Top 100, numbered to 150, Mauricio and the Mets. For the A's, you have blue paper to 150, Jesus Luzardo. Brendan Marsh, Refractor, Angels, 499. The Pirates, paper to $4.99, Newman. The Marlins, blue shimmer to $150. And then some orange shimmer for the Cubbies with Nico. Now, our autographs. For the White Sox, that is the nice Steel Walker, gold parallel, numbered to 50. And then we have the Orioles with McKenna. And a purple to 250 for the Tampa Bay Rays with Tommy Romero. The Toronto Blue Jays refractor to $4.99 with Spanberger. Hicklin, Kansas City Royals. And we got things started tonight with the Texas Rangers. That is a speckle parallel to 299 for Jonathan Hernandez. All right, that is the recap and the break, but I will still give you another little peek at the spreadsheet here for those who missed it earlier. If you're interested, here is your 411. So anticipating approximately Wednesday to get this stuff out the door and on the way to you. If I can get it out tomorrow instead, you know I will gladly do so. And if something unexpected happens, it could slide to Thursday. But right now I'm expecting it to get out the door and on the way to you on Wednesday. And then looking at our breaks ahead, we've got Spectra basketball tomorrow night, a half case of Prism baseball, which will be the start of a new case. On Wednesday, Legacy football comes out. We're going to break a 12-box case of it. There's like 1,800 cards in it. It's going to take us forever. So we're going to start at 9 Eastern and 6 Pacific. Veteran Base has its own bidding category in that one and doesn't ship to the teams. Thursday, a 5-box case of TriStar Game Day Greats autographed football jerseys. More Spectra basketball and some Tier 1 baseball. On Friday, we'll do Legacy football again, also 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, same as. Veteran Base doesn't go to the teams, has its own bidding category. On Saturday, we'll open Prism baseball again, finish up that case that we start tomorrow night. We'll finish on Saturday. And then probably somewhere around this time next week, Monday or Tuesday of next week, we'll swing back around and break the rest of this case of Bowman. It's kind of the current plan. All right, so I guess that is it here for us tonight. Thanks, everyone, for joining. Appreciate you being here. I hope you have a fantastic week ahead, and we'll be back at it tomorrow night. So if I don't see you then, hopefully I'll see you again soon. Take care now. Bye-bye.